Most men you meet today aren't real. They're just actors. Everything from the way they talk to the way they post online, it's just a performance. And it's not because they're strong, but because they're scared. They're scared to be rejected, scared to be seen for who they really are, scared to admit that they don't even know who the fuck that is anymore. That's why internet roasting is the new meme. This performative male. Guys who order matcha, talk therapy buzzwords, play indie music, and pretend it's their personality. And it's funny because it's true. But here's the part no one's laughing at. This just isn't a meme. This is millions of men right now. Guys who change the way they speak depending on who's in the room. Guys who flex alpha confidence on Instagram but can't lead in their own home. Guys who smile and play nice with women while secretly resenting that they're always friend zoned. That's not masculinity. That's a costume. And you can feel it, can't you? Like that gnawing sense that you're putting on a show every single day. That no one really knows you. Hell, even you don't really know you. And if you're honest, you're tired of it. Because men don't burn out from working hard. They burn out from lying, from constantly hiding behind a mask just to be liked. And that's why we need to talk about this. Because performative masculinity doesn't just make you look like a clown. It's killing your confidence. It's killing your relationships. And it's killing your fucking soul. If you're tired of the fake shit and want more truth like this, then subscribe right now, because every day I'm dropping raw, unfiltered videos that just cut through the lies men have been fed and show you how to live as the man you're actually meant to be. Now let's get into it. So let's make this simple. Performative masculinity is when you act like a man instead of being one. It's a role, it's a mask, a costume. You're not leading because it's who you are. You're leading because you think it'll get you respect. You're not listening to her because you care. You're listening because you think it'll get you laid. And you're not confident, you're just loud. Do you see the difference? Real masculinity doesn't need an audience, but performative masculinity, it just dies without one. And here's the brutal truth. Most of you have built your whole lives and whole identities on performance. The woke guy who posts feminist quotes but still ghosts women when he's bored, or the alpha dude with muscles, money, and cars but falls apart the second life actually tests him, or even the nice guy who just says yes to everything, then secretly hates the world when no one gives him what he wants. See, none of that's real. It's not strength, it's not depth, it's not masculinity, it's acting. And the worst part, everyone around you can feel it. Women feel it, your mates feel it, hell, you feel it. And that's why it eats you alive. Because you weren't born fake, you learned it. From the time you were a boy, you were told the same lies. Be the good kid, don't cry, make people proud. So you learned early that love is conditional and approval is earned. And the way to survive? Put on the mask. Then school, that doubles down, right? Fit in or get crushed. Don't stand out unless it's for something people clap for. Society then piles on top. Be successful, be funny, be sensitive, be ripped, be cool, be humble, be confident, be everything except yourself. No fucking wonder men are exhausted. You think you're chasing success, but you're not. You're chasing acceptance. You think you're being strong, but you're not. You're just hiding. Because here's the truth. Men don't perform out of power. Men perform out of fear. Fear of being rejected, fear of being judged, fear of being exposed for who they really are. And that's the root of it. Performing is safer than being real, because if the mask gets rejected, at least it wasn't really you. But here's the problem, right? The mask might protect you from rejection, but it also protects you from connection. And that's why most men feel like they're surrounded by people, yet completely fucking alone. So let's talk about what this performance actually costs you. First, it's exhaustion, because you're burnt out, not because life's too heavy, but because you're carrying around 100 different masks. Every room, every person, every situation, you're just switching faces, changing roles, and man, that's not strength, that's fucking slavery. Second is loneliness. You could have a crowd of mates and a wife, a family, but if they only know the act, then nobody actually knows you. And that's why you feel alone, even in a full house. Then there's resentment, because deep down you know you're lying, you know you're bending yourself to be liked, and when people don't give you what you secretly want in return, you hate them for it. But the biggest cost? Self-disgust. You look in the mirror and you don't even respect yourself, not because you're weak, but because you know you're fake. You know the man you show the world isn't the man you are when the camera's off and when the lights are out. And women can feel it. They might not call it out, but they sense it. And your mates do too. Everyone feels it. That's why you can't shake the emptiness, because no matter how good the act is, your soul knows it's a lie. Performative masculinity doesn't just make you look like a clown online. It's killing your confidence. It's killing your relationships. And it's killing the man you could have been. You want to know what real masculinity looks like? It's not louder. It's not flasher. It's not a better costume. It's simple. Honesty, integrity, courage. That's it. Honesty means you stop saying what people want to hear and you start saying what's real, even if it costs you. Integrity means your actions finally line up with your words, even when no one is watching. And courage means that you stop hiding the messy and unpolished parts of yourself and you face life head on, raw, fucking unprotected. That's the shift. The man who admits he's struggling instead of pretending he's fine, that's masculinity. The man who leads his family, not with noise, but with consistency and presence, that's masculinity. The man who tells a woman the truth instead of performing some fake role just to get her approval, that's masculinity. Real masculinity doesn't need applause. It doesn't need likes. It doesn't need validation because it's not a performance. It's a foundation. And when you build from that place, your confidence is unshakable. Your relationships are real and your soul is finally at peace. So here's the challenge. Drop the mask, drop the performance, because performative men get laughs, but real men get respect. And the question is, which one are you going to be?